What's up, Bulls Nation, and welcome in to CHGO Bulls Pregame, presented by PointsBet. Don't forget that promo code CHGO when you sign up for a PointsBet account to live your bet life. I'm Matt. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. That's my pal Big Dave. You can follow him at BWL Sports. We are at CHGO_Bulls. We got our friend and producer Joey hanging out with us here at our downtown West Loop studios.
Can I ask a question about Joey?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm concerned about your attire right now on the Saturday. What you got on right here, man? I'm looking at this shirt. You look like you just rolled out of bed and came on in here.
Whoa. Jake and Lawrence might be listening.
Oh.
I'm dressed fine.
Okay.
I got these are fine joggers that I have on, you know.
I'm not talking about your bottom.
What, my shirt?
The shirt is what I'm talking about.
This is a nice shirt from a nice
T-shirt.
Mexican restaurant in Austin. Matt's El Rancho. Shout out.
All right.
Shout out to Matt.
I will accept it.
Shout out anyone who's ever been to Matt's El Rancho. If you're going, get the knockout. Fantastic.
I don't even know what that is, but the name sounds like it's awesome.
And he said it with such vigor that
whenever a menu item has like a really aggressive name like that, like, eat this and it will knock you out, that's a winner. You know it's a winner.
Okay.
It is a strong alcoholic beverage. I think you would like it, Peck.
I am a fan of strong alcoholic
beverages. A great
beverages.
deal.
He does. He's a great deal.
We'll talk about it. I'll take you guys there.
We got a big game tonight, Big Dave.
Big old game,
Bulls,
sir.
Heat. Bulls coming in, having won their last two, took down the Wizards, and then took down the Clips in epic OT fashion.
Bitty burger.
Shout out to DeMar for the 50. Yeah. Speaking of which, did you see that adorable moment between him and P-Dub when P-Dub was talking post-game?
Yes.
Where he's answering a question, and DeMar is the back of the room, and he just shouts out, "Way to hit that three!"
Right. Yeah.
And then they have this great exchange where, P-Dub says, "Way to get 50."
Yeah, right.
DeMar said, "No, but yeah, the reason we won is because you hit that three." And P-Dub said, "Okay, take away 3 points or take away 50 points." It was so heartwarming.
Just want to say, guys, you're both awesome.
Right, yeah.
Good God. It was wonderful. That was an awesome moment. And I love the Bulls have had several of those moments during the season where they just do that. Kobe did it earlier to Patrick Williams. And when he walked in on the press conference, dropped a couple questions on him, man. I like the camaraderie of this team. It's always fun to see.
Right. Carlos in comments saying this is going to be a huge game, a huge test tonight. I don't care if they win ugly, just win, please.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm not against you.
All wins are good.
All wins are good.
Depending who you ask. There was that one guy in your mentions earlier this week who was like, I'd rather they play well and lose than win ugly. Okay.
All right. Good luck with that.
So the Bulls do have a big test, as Carlos said. There were 3 key names on the Heat injury report coming into tonight, all questionable, that being Max Strus. Shout out. Chicago guy. Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent.
Yes.
Active.
Damn it.
Bulls are getting the full test tonight, Dave.
Damn.
But also good news for us, Zach LaVine did pop up on the injury report again with the knee every other day. He is playing tonight. And Alex Caruso was not even on the injury report, which I thought was a little odd considering he was kind of like hobbling around the court at times on Thursday with that bad back of his.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. That's just his regular walking.
He's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's fine.
I mean, I hobble around like that all the time too, because I don't take care of myself.
Oh, my God.
I'm not a professional athlete. I'm allowed to hobble around.
This is true. Well, I don't know about allowed to, but you do. You do. And all right, we'll continue.
And speaking of Bulls and injury updates, we got another non-update update on Lonzo Ball from Billy Donovan pregame.
Aren't those fun?
And even before that, during morning shoot-around, our pal Will Gottlieb did get a look at Lonzo Ball hanging out at the practice facility. Joey, do we have that tweet of Will's? You noticed, Big Dave, he cut the hair.
Cut the hair, man.
Cut the locks.
Cut the hair. He cut it off. I think, he had time. When you had all that time and you're frustrated, you do stuff like that, So I think that's a frustration fade. That's what I'll call that right there.
I'm unable to share the screen right now. That is my bad.
Oh, no worries. I just loved it because it was Will's first behind the scenes, just like when beat people and reporters just take those random candids at practices, and I was like, oh, our friend Will took that one.
Will Gottlieb, we know him.
But so what Billy said was that they are still slowly building to sprinting and cutting. for Lonzo. We got past that 10 days,
Yes.
and theoretically that meant ramping back up and seeing how it goes.
Yeah.
But they are doing it slowly, still building to it. And he said that they don't know much yet because they haven't done much yet. So my educated guess is he's done some light jogging thus far, but still not sprinting.
Yeah.
But that based on, there you go, there is the
There it
picture
is.
of Lonzo
Look at him.
giving up a quick dap to P-Dub there at shoot-around. Expects to know more either Tuesday or Wednesday of this coming week, Dave.
Yeah. I'm ready to know. I'm just ready to know what is going on. Will he be there? And, the longer this goes, the more worry, you gain and you get from this. And then you start, I immediately started thinking about the bone bruise issue he had when he was with the Lakers, when he had that bone bruise in his ankle that kept him pretty much out for the whole year. And I think about those things now, the longer that this kind of takes, because I'm like, you told me 10 days, now I got to wait an extra 4 days. But I'm still hoping for the best, but it's the last week of the season. We got to see him, ramp up, at least ramp up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would give me hope going into this. And then I know the Bulls are going to have another week off, after this week, making the playoffs, hopefully, what I mean? They'll get another week off, and that give them more time, you know what I'm saying, to have him heal up and get back.
That week between the regular season ending and the playoffs starting while the play-in tourney happens would be huge. If it is that he is going to come back, he just needs more time.
Yes.
As opposed to what I've been preparing myself for this whole time, which is he ain't coming back this season.
Coming back at all.
He's
been ready for it.
Talking about it like, you got to wait a little bit longer, and you're really eager to get, Lonzo back. It's like waiting for a package on something that like a present you bought for yourself,
right?
And you're really excited for it, and you're tracking the delivery and tracking the delivery. It's supposed to be here Monday. Now it's getting here Tuesday. Supposed to be here Tuesday. Yeah. Now it's getting here Thursday. And then on Friday, it's like delivery failed. That's what I'm preparing for Lonzo Ball right now.
Oh, man, you would think with him having all this knowledge of how it's going to happen, he would be a much happier person about it. No, it makes him even worse. Oh, man. I kind of feel him, though.
Charlie agrees with me. I don't think he'll be back by the end of the season. However, if we could avoid the play-in, I think we could see him in the first round because of that week off.
I'll take it.
I think that is the ideal scenario.
I really do. Yeah.
For the Bulls and for Lonzo Ball right now. Right. If there are no setbacks this time around as he's ramping up, cross your fingers. Yeah. And everybody just picture Lonzo Ball sprinting and cutting around a basketball floor with two good knees.
I see it right now in my head, Matt.
Please.
Running, he's throwing the ball all the way down to Zach for a 360 dunk.
Ooh. That looks nice.
You see that? Yeah, I see
Maybe hitting a 3 or 6.
Could
use that.
That would be nice. That would be nice, too. In other words, we miss you, Lonzo. And we want you to get well and get back here as soon as possible because we don't want to have all this fun without you, man. Come on back, Lonzo. Come on back.
So, speaking of this upcoming play-in scenario and the playoffs, let's take a look at the updated Eastern Conference standings. These are as of the earlier games that went final today.
There they go.
The Sixers crushed the Hornets by 30, and the Cavs took fairly simple care of the Knicks. So that Cavs win keeps them, not quite on the Bulls' heels, but now it's 2.5 games that separate them and Cleveland in that play-in and that line.
Yeah.
Bucks still 1 game behind Miami, who hold the number 1 seed. Boston's right there between Milwaukee and Philly. And there you see the Bulls and Raptors have identical records. The Bulls with the tiebreaker over Toronto.
Yeah.
We also have Nets-Hawks coming up, tipping off right around now in a big game for who's finishing with what spot in that play-in tourney, Dave.
Correct. And also, what team doesn't want to play the Nets tournament like that?
Yeah.
A lot of these top-tier teams, man, are going to start sitting some guys out, I think. You're not going to see a lot of them playing, man, because nobody wants to see the Nets in the first round. It's a foregone conclusion that they're going to be in the playoffs. It doesn't matter about the play-in. Foregone conclusion that everybody expects them to be in the playoffs, and nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see Kevin Durant at any point in time in the playoffs.
No. Absolutely
it's not a thing.
I mean, if there's one thing that Bulls fans can be relieved about, assuming, that they do avoid that play-in, they're not seeing Brooklyn in the first round.
You are not.
You're not getting a cakewalk regardless of who you face between Miami, Milwaukee, Boston, and Philly. But the other really cool thing about this final week of the season, Dave?
Tell me.
And I'm saying it's cool now, and they may come to regret it depending on how it breaks out.
Okay, all right.
the Bulls get to play 3 of the 4 teams that could end up being their first-round playoff matchup in their final 5 games. They play the Bucks, they play the Celtics, they play the Heat.
Yes.
One of those 3 teams has, the likelihood of being one of the teams they face in the first-round playoff. It's like one last test to see, is this Bulls team real? Can they play evenly with these best teams in the East, or can they not? And it starts tonight against the Heat.
And it's so interesting because usually this late in the season, those teams that are at the top of the leaderboard or at the top of the conference aren't playing their best players. They're trying to get that rest. You know what I mean? Things have already been set and things have already been settled. Nothing's set. Nothing is settled from the top on down, man. Nothing is settled yet. So you're still going to get the best shot from a lot of these teams out here. They've clinched, like the Heat. They've clinched. They're in. They're going to the playoffs. But I'm sure they want that number 1 seed, or maybe they don't. Who knows? But they want to win. You know what I mean? And I know they want to beat the Bulls, and they want to get the season sweep. And that's the one thing about this tonight, man. They want that season sweep, and that's why those 3 guys are playing as well. That's why they're active. I'm telling you, if this wasn't that on the line, I think they'd be getting the rest tonight, man. But they want this season sweep. They want to get these 50 wins. Right. I believe this will give them, man. Every team wants to strive for that. So it's going to be an important game for them, but hopefully Bulls can put a stop to it, baby.
I mean, finishing somewhere 2, 3, or 4 doesn't really make a difference. Just like for the Bulls right now, finishing 5th or 6th doesn't really make a difference.
Correct.
But as you say, for the Heat, if you get that 1 seed and you advance, that means the road to the finals goes through your building.
Fact.
If you need to go 7 games.
And
look, it's crazy. We looked at the standings just a minute ago. The Bulls are only 2 behind Philly.
Isn't
even
it
after
wild?
Philly already won today.
Yeah.
It's not out of the realm of possibility that the Bulls could still steal that 4th seed.
There's a chance.
And home court.
There's still a chance. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it's likely. I'm saying it hasn't been ruled out as a possibility yet. And we are getting to that point in the season where possibilities are being ruled out.
Yes, correct. So let's start tonight.
Let's do it.
Let's do this tonight.
Do it. We got to talk about what this Heat team has looked like recently and a couple of their X factors that have played well against the Bulls this season. We'll do that coming up next. But first, Big Dave,
yes,
hit
sir.
the people with the PointsBet.
PointsBet time. That's what we are. Joey, I know you're ready. I know you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this then. The best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use the code CHGO when you sign up. And if you do that right now, you'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. No. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all the web content, and you'll even get a free t-shirt of your choice from that CHGO locker. That's 2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, a free t-shirt from that CHGO locker, all for making a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. And by the way, you seeing those pictures of those t-shirts online?
I've seen the
People
tweets.
getting their shirts, man.
The shirts are starting to arrive, folks.
They
And I am
clean.
jealous because I checked my lobby mailroom on my way here today, and mine's not here yet.
Oh, you know it's coming.
I need it. I want it. Give it to me.
Give it to him. Give it to the man. Hand it to him. And also introducing PointsBet's new feature, the live college basketball same-game parlay for that first time ever. You can build the perfect live same-game parlay only with PointsBet. You combine your favorite bets anytime during the game. And if you want more,
And I know that you do. Bulls Nation.
He was on it. You told me you was ready.
I was ready. I was trying to respond to January in the comments. January.
Oh, man, you have let down the entire city of Chicago.
Sorry,
January.
I'm sorry, Chicago.
You can also boost your live same-game parlays. You can watch live, parlay live, boost live with PointsBet. And if you're here in Illinois, you can download that PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. It was literally raining outside and turned to snow all while I was driving.
Gross.
It is absolutely insane.
Gross.
Plus, during PointsBet Match Madness, all users can earn up to $100 in free bets during each round. Just place a $50 pregame wager and get a free $5, $10, $50, $20 live bet to be used for that round. So what are you waiting for? Huh? What, the weather to change? That ain't gonna happen. Might as well get some money, because once the game starts, you don't just bet. What you do, Matthew Peck?
You live your bet life.
With PointsBet. Hit me one time, Joe.
Oh, I get it. Like money is
Like
cheese.
money. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I get it.
That man getting slick with his. He getting slick.
What is that line?
No clue. We're reaching now.
Okay.
Reaching deep in the
I don't know.
bag.
Deep in the bag. Like,
Sometimes I just dream about like actual cheese.
Do you?
Because it's delicious.
What kind of cheese? Like, is there a specific type
I
of
had a
cheese?
slice of pepper jack earlier today.
Just a
Just
random?
like I got sliced cheese that I keep in my fridge all the time because I like making sandwiches.
Fair.
Like, ham, turkey, good slice of cheese.
Yeah.
I just had a slice of pepper jack cheese earlier today.
I'm not
Delicious.
mad. I do remember I went to your house once and I got served cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And it was delicious.
Oh, the cheese tray from
Yeah,
Costco?
yes, the
you
cheese
cannot go wrong
It was
with the
amazing.
varietal cheese tray from Costco.
I do remember this.
Incredible value.
I do remember this. I remember this very well. Yes. Yeah, it was delicious.
You get the varietal cheese tray and the 4-pack box of Triscuit crackers.
Oh, you go to work
You can lunch and snack on that for weeks.
all day long, man.
It's incredible.
That's balling on the budget right there.
FYI, no Bulls Heat same game parlay tonight because I made some bets on the Final Four games instead.
Hello.
Which, going on now. Kansas trying to hold off Nova. 64-55 Kansas with just under 8 to play. And then the game of all games. We got
game of all
UNC
games.
Duke going on.
Oh.
It's kind of annoying that we have that going on simultaneously to a Bulls game.
Yeah.
Like, let us just have one of those things and then the other thing.
But the beauty of it is that CHGO blessed us with 2 TV screens, so
That
we
is
can
true.
watch both of that, man.
Side by side.
Shout out to them for that.
We'll be watching both.
Side by side, y'all.
The
Oh,
ceiling is the roof. MJ said that about our studios here.
he did.
Little known
He did.
fact.
Yeah. I'm looking at him right there on the table. He said it.
All right, so moving forward, let's talk about
That's
what the
MJ.
Heat have been doing coming out of the All-Star break. They've been
right.
kind of up and down. They had a 4-game losing skid that
Eric.
included Spoelstra and Jimmy almost going to fisticuffs. But
Shout
then
out
they
Haslam.
bounced back from that with a couple of wins. They took care of the Kongs, and then big road win in Boston earlier this week. You see their record, 11-7. Kind of a mixed bag. Offensively, not too hot. Just 23rd in the NBA in scoring out of the All-Star break. But you see just how elite that defense is, holding
Yeah.
opponents to 107 per game and 45% from the field. And then that rebounding stat, 29th in the NBA, 41.2 boards per game. You know who's 30th, Dave?
I don't want to know.
Because it's our beloved Bulls.
And that's why I didn't want to know.
But, I mean, we were talking on Thursday about how the Bulls actually won the battle of the boards against the Clippers.
50 to
Thank
40.
you, Patrick Williams.
Hello, Patrick.
So maybe that's a trend that they can keep going tonight because the Heat are, along with the Bulls, one of the worst rebounding teams in the league.
Yeah, hopefully we found something with that with Patrick Williams. That was one of the things we thought we wanted, or we thought we would see from him that we complained about. We're like, you have all this size, all this skill. Why don't you get more rebounds? And he said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm going to get more rebounds. So, yeah, it was good for me to see that from him. And the Heat, I think that record just really just shows that, just how long the NBA season is kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, at some point in time, you're going to take a lull. That's what's going to happen. The Bulls went through theirs. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen at some point in time to a team. I think it's happening right now to the Heat, but the difference is their defense is so good that they can still get away with it, even if they're off, because they're a three-point shooting team. That's what they do.
Right.
But even with them being off like that, they still getting these wins. The defense is what's key for them. And, yeah, we're continuing to see it, and hopefully we don't see more of it tonight, man.
No. And speaking of Pat and those boards and the work he did on
Will.
Thursday, Will, we'll talk to you in postgame, buddy. We got it all sorted out.
You did.
a test run. Will
ready.
and Joey are on the same page. We're going to talk to Will in the
gonna
little
be awesome.
circle.
All right.
He's going to call us from the UC after the game tonight.
I'm with it.
We're talking about Pete up in the boards, and people were talking to us in the comments during postgame of the Clippers game about, like, do you start Pat? Did he prove you enough of what you needed to see? Starting lineup tonight, Io, Alex, Zach, DeMar, Vooch. Same one that Billy's been rocking for the last handful of games now. So no change to that starting lineup. Curious to see what, if anything, changes as far as Billy in the second half on Thursday started Vooch in place of Alex. I'm sorry, started Pat instead of Alex.
Right,
Was it just
right.
about Alex's back?
Right.
Or was it more about giving Pat more minutes?
I think, Matt, that question we'll know a better answer to the next game.
Yeah.
Because the next game, they're playing the Bucks. And I think that's when we'll have a better answer about what Patrick Williams, is he going to be starting or not? Because if he doesn't start that game, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't know if he's going to be the starter going forward. Because if it's anything you need, is going to be some help against that dude they call Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting watching him again tonight. Hopefully he puts on the performance that he did. It was so great to see him be aggressive out there on the floor. Oh, my God. Be aggressive. It was great to see, man.
Get your pom-poms, Joey.
Get him out.
Is that what movie is that? Bring It On?
That's just a normal cheer.
That's just like a cheer that every cheer
Yeah.
squad has ever done since the dawn of time.
I thought we were doing another reference thing.
But I mean,
here.
I do know that Bring It On is a cheerleading movie.
Right? Okay.
Starring
Now I'm like embarrassed that I name
Queen.
dropped that though.
Gab.
Gab.
Union.
Wade doesn't deserve you, Gab.
I was waiting for that.
Wake up and leave him.
That's why I got quiet.
What?
After I said Gab,
He's one of the 3 alphas.
What'd you say it again?
He's one of the 3 alphas.
See, why are you doing this? Why you got to do this, Joey?
I'm trying to get a reading on the Peck meter before the game starts.
You're not gonna know before the game. You can't get a read before the game, man.
People are asking.
Let's see where it is a couple hours from now.
Yeah, give them a couple hours.
Speaking
man.
of which, Shy Northside in the comments said, if the Bulls are losing, don't swing that baseball bat at the TV.
No, this is only for pregame. This is pregame right here, man. I don't bring it on post because if we lose, I'm always concerned about Matt trying to grab this and just clearing out this whole table.
Don't let
right
me
here.
anywhere near that bat.
Can't let them anywhere near this. This is for security purposes, and that's all it is right now. Later on, we'll put it away and keep it in a safe place.
Yeah. Okay, 2 guys that we wanted to touch on real quick here. Gabe Vincent and Dwayne Dedmon.
Yes.
2 potential X factors for the Heat tonight who have certainly made a living this season eating against the Bulls.
Yeah.
You look at some of the comparisons
Good
there
Lord.
between their season averages and what they're doing in games they've played against the Bulls. Vincent is doubling his average points per game when he plays the Bulls.
That's ridiculous.
His field goal percentage up, 3-point percentage massively up, assists up pretty
Lord.
staggeringly. And then Dwayne Dedmon, not quite as huge of a leap, but still
elite.
Bigger numbers when he's playing against the Bulls.
Yeah, Matt, the number that is most laughable to me on this one is Gabe Vincent's true shooting percentage.
Yeah.
For the season, you see it there, 54.4. Against the Bulls, 66.5. That is absolutely dumb. I laughed out loud when I saw that. And my wonderful mother just looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, sorry, man, this is insane. Like, this is insane, man. Like, I couldn't believe that when I saw it. But he has just been unreal against the Bulls in all those games. And Dwayne Dedmon, and you've heard me yell about that game so many times, Matt. The Dwayne Dedmon game in Miami. Oh, yeah. I was so mad at Vooch for that game, man. I couldn't believe it. And Dwayne Dedmon also, Matt, hasn't missed a 3-pointer against the Bulls. He's 2 for 2. He's not missed a 3-pointer or a free throw against the Chicago Bulls. And also, he's not the only one because Max Strus, who's averaging about, 8 points a game, is averaging about 11 when he plays the Bulls. So it's going all the way around with them, you know what I mean? But it starts with Gabe Vincent. He is definitely the leader of the pack.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
I'm at the candy store. That's right. I know that song.
Oh, I love it. That makes me so happy. I'm sorry, Stru's averaging 10 points, but he's averaging 11 against the Bulls.
Joey's over there like, what the hell
Yeah,
are
he's
they
like,
talking
this is just ridiculous. Look at he's like, I give up. He just gave the I give up. You know, like whatever. I try to keep everything nice. Just I give up, man. This is crazy. But yeah, man, like Gabe Vincent has just been phenomenal. That 3-point shooting, Matt, the field goal percentage on it is just scary because shooting 36 is okay. You know what I mean? But 42 is elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're on a whole nother level. I don't know what it is about the Bulls. He's done it at home against us. He's done it in my I'm sorry, when I say at home, I mean here. He's done it here in Chicago against us. He's done it in Miami. And, yeah, I hope it doesn't happen tonight. But he seems to enjoy playing against the Bulls, man. Hopefully we got something new for him.
Handsome Squidward in the comments.
Ooh, all right.
Said role players turn into prime MJ when they see the Bulls.
I don't know why.
I do not accept that. I do not accept that.
Okay.
I can let you say random role players tend to have big nights against the Bulls, and like we've already like started just like making a team, like a list of all of those players.
Yes.
You lost me at the MJ comparison. Come on now. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I called him Ricky Pierce. That's the most I gave him.
The man has 6 rings for this franchise.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Like, cool. Those numbers that Gabe Vincent and Dedmon are putting up are nice, and they're better than their season averages. They're not MJ numbers. Get out of here with that ridiculousness.
Nothing is.
No.
Greatest of all time. Yeah. But, yeah, man, Gabe's been awesome. Dwayne Dedmon's been really good against them. And, Yeah, I'm just really hoping that does not continue tonight. I think it's important that Vooch has been playing as he's been playing as of late. So I think we're going to see a different kind of Nikola Vucevic. And also, the Bulls have figured out how to beat that trap. Remember, Miami was one of the first ones to start trapping and running a zone against the Bulls early on in the season, and it definitely flustered them. Feels like the Bulls have kind of figured that out.
Right.
And now it's going to be interesting to see them go up against those guys and what they got for them.
And knowing Spo might see something completely new tonight, a different
also,
look from the Heat defense.
I just realized something. This will be the first game Kyle Lowry has played against the Bulls.
Oh, yeah,
This
you're
is
right.
his first, he has not played in any of the games up to this point against the Bulls. This will be his first one playing against his best friend, DeMar DeRozan. So, yeah, that's going to be a matchup to watch as well.
And Victor Oladipo.
Oh, yeah, right. He hasn't been in any other
Craziness.
games. He's going to be there,
What a
too.
weird season Miami has had.
So weird.
And they
so
are,
strange.
to their credit, still there at the top of the
They at the
Eastern
top.
Conference.
They at the
But,
top.
hey, maybe we can close that separation a little bit.
I would like to. It would be
Bulls
fun.
get a win. Heat take an L.
Yeah. Make you
knows?
smile. It would make you smile.
Oh my God! Well, it
Ear
would
to
make.
ear.
It would definitely make me smile. In addition to giving me a sigh of relief, because it would just be one step closer to locking in that 6th seed or better.
Can't wait.
Because the Bulls tonight, coming into this game, could have had an opportunity to lock a playoff spot and avoid the play-in if the Cavs had lost.
Correct. Absolutely
But
right.
the Knicks are worthless, and the Cavs beat the Knicks, so the Bulls can't clinch tonight,
Right.
even with a win.
Right.
But one step closer if you do.
Correct.
And like you said, Dave, looking at this final stretch of 6 games on the calendar, you wanted the Bulls to get 3 of 6.
3 of 6.
And they started with a win against the Clips on Thursday. Another win tonight against Miami would be huge.
Huge, man. Colossal.
It's not looking right now like Miami's the most likely first-round matchup.
Right.
If they stay in 1, the Bulls will end up playing whoever's probably at 3 or 4.
Correct.
But, hey, you never know. It could be a playoff matchup.
East has been
Playoff
wild.
preview.
East has been wild, y'all. It's going to be fun. That's all I know. It's going to be a fun game. Our girl Alana's going to be out there. You know what I mean? Because, she's that Heat fan, But, yeah, it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool.
Big Wade fan.
I say a Heat fan. Shout out D-Wade.
January saying, watch out for flying clipboards tonight. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're sitting in the first few rows of the UC, watch your head.
Watch your head, man.
Clipboards will be flying.
They be out there like that.
Speaking of crazy things happening at NBA stadiums, we're going to save it for postgame, Dave.
Okay.
We were going to talk about something in pregame, but we're going to save it for postgame. Something wild went down. What was it? A Rockets Kings game yesterday?
Rockets Kongs, yes. They were. It was, yeah.
Sports fans are getting out of control.
Just stay tuned.
We'll talk about it in postgame
got
as well
y'all.
as break down everything that happens coming up here in Bulls Heat. In the meantime, if you aren't
Yeah.
subscribed to us yet at CHGO,
What?
are you waiting for?
Come on.
Get that PointsBet app. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Put $50 or more in that first deposit, and you get a free annual membership to CHGO and all of our awesome exclusive content.
Sounds great.
Plus that free shirt. They are starting to arrive. I want mine.
I want
Let's
it.
go Bulls. Get a dub. For
need
Joey
it.
and Dave, I'm Matt. Thanks for watching pregame. We'll see you right back here for postgame.
Get a knockout.